All right. So it seemed like we were experiencing some technical difficulties. That was interesting. I never experienced that. Never experienced that before. That's the first. I'm wondering. I wonder whether it's because of the time of day. I'm wondering whether it's because maybe just some connection thingy. But man, that was weird. I guess everyone's got to get their internet connection like super high or super super fast. So here's to all the haters. Anybody want to hate on Manchester United? Anybody want to be hating on me? To all the haters, to all the naysayers, man, Greenwood is such in a bad position. Anyway, let me just pick it up from where I was just now. So we were talking about Dusan Vlahovic and his agent. So there, according to his manager, these guys actually never wanted to go to any club. They just wanted to go on a free, right? So that's what Fabrizio was saying. So what homeboy was trying to spit this now was with his contract. I mean, I felt with his contract already running out, he most likely will be leaving. But 70,000, 70 million pounds was like a ton of money, man. I think like Timothy said, it's too much. Now, here's what I want to look at. Fabrizio Romano, this football what shall I call him? Reporter lah. Reports on all the transfers. Young fellow, very good. This fellow has been like working his ass off. I think he's the number one in the world. He put up his five top best January transfer window signings. And this is what he came up with. As far as this Luis Diaz guys goes, I gotta be honest, I don't know much about him. Uh, 45 million pounds. I think this one is US dollars. I don't know what he put here. I think it looks US. 45 million US dollars. I don't know whether this is a good value or not. Bruno Guimares, Newcastle United. Newcastle United got that oil money, son. That oil money coming up, son. You know what I'm saying? The oil money fresh up with the oil money. He's spitting that 45 million for this fella. I don't know. Bruno Guimaraes probably another way overpriced. They were desperate to get Jesse Lingard, which I don't understand. Why didn't the club let Jesse Lingard go? Should we let him go and get some money for him? It's like, isn't it a waste? Like, hang on, huh? Jesse Lingard a wasted opportunity to make some money. This what I'm wondering. I feel probably because Donny is gone and we have no backup. Yeah, okay. Now, like, what do you all think about Newcastle not going to the club not selling Jesse Lingard to Newcastle? I think it's a waste, man. Like, if he's not going to play the guy, and he already said months before he wanted to leave the club, then why is he still here? So, if Ralph Ragnick said he doesn't mind if Jesse Lingard goes, and then suddenly we're hearing news that apparently news came out that the club said no, we want him to stay, we don't want him to go. I think this is damn stupid, man. Like, why are we even bothered with like keeping players who we don't have a future with us? Now I understand Greenwood won't be playing for us, his career is over, but we could have made some money from this, isn't it? Now he's going to leave in the summer for free. Hang on, give me a sec. So now he's going to leave in the summer for free. We're not going to make any money from this, and it's damn stupid. Really silly, man. We it seems like we've gone back to a rebuilding phase now, you know. Like, really. So anyway, this fella Bruno Guimaraes, I don't know. Donny Van de Beek to Everton, definitely a steal. I think this fella will really shine there. And if he doesn't shine there now, I want to see what is this thing that they're talking about that he can't play there. And this Inter Milan, whatever last Spanish, Italian league, whatever shit. Now Duhan, 84.3 million pounds, man, to Juventus. Quite a quite a sum for this fella, but I feel if he stays in the Italian league, he's going to make a lot of money. That one, no problem. He'll probably kill it there. So at this age, he's already getting 17 goals. Next season will definitely be better. But I want to continue from where I left out just now. I feel Juventus made a money making move. See, the Italian league is not very tough, right? And if you play for all the clubs, also, it's not a big issue. You can jump from me. Zlatan played for all the clubs, AC, Inter, and Juve. No, you don't see anybody coming out wanting a knife, putting a knife to his head, trying to kill him. You it's like so Campbell, even though he played for Arsenal and Spurs, he's not remembered very fondly as one of the favorite people. They want to kill him. So now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, maybe for the Italian team, okay, or for Italians, your culture is that in that you don't mind if a footballer played for you and then goes and plays for your neighbor club, goes and plays for your like your Merseyside rival or your crosstown rival, and you all don't have a problem with it. But it doesn't work in Manchester in English football, I feel. And I felt like with Cavani not staying here for the next season, we need a good striker up front because people already know how to mark Ronaldo. He's not getting enough service and all that. This fella, I really rated him very highly. I felt I wanted him to come and I wanted us to give him a chance. I don't know who else is there. Dybala also continues staying in Juventus, so he's still going to stay there. But easy league lah, Italian league. Tak apa punya. Boleh kau team punya Italian league. This year you take, next year I take. Boleh je. So I think there was a wasted opportunity. For us, as far as having backup now, with Donny van de Beek gone, things have gotten worse lah. We got no initial steadiness. We got no. Oh yay, man, that was weird. I don't know why that happened. First time that happened.
Bruv, the CIA is on to us, man. It's the
Man, the
damn
CI are
CIA.
watching us. I'm too great. My greatness is spreading. They don't want to let me spit. First time it actually
I'm
dropped.
telling
The
you, have you
internet dropped.
bought yellow cake? Have you bought yellow cake of late?
I did. I put it in the freezer.
No wonder, man. They're tracking us.
They're tracking us, lah. I told the Afghans to keep it on the down low, but I think they misinterpreted what I meant by down low, and they were smoking their good Kush, and they must have they must have used that that Morse code thing and started messing about, spill my bean. So I was talking about this about I wanted to continue where we were just now about we were talking about Dusan, talking about it being overpriced,
Okay, you
and
can hear
then
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, let me check the feed. Let me check the feed. Okay, speed. I need you to speed. Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. I
Okay, I can
think
hear
at
you.
about the time I was talking was basically it was about the club and like I was saying, you can hear me on the stream as well
Oh,
now.
now I remember what I wanted to bring. Yeah, here I'll bring it in. This is what I wanted
Okay,
to
cool.
say. So here, Fiorentina president slammed Dusan Vlahovic over Juventus transfer. Right? Let me just make it a little bit bigger for all y'all to see. Kumiso blasted Giovanni agent following the forward's controversial move to Juventus. He was linked with clubs across Europe throughout the January window, notably Arsenal and Spurs, but made a shock £75 million move to Juve at the end of the window. Speaking to the club's website about the Roberto Baggio style move from Florence to Turin, club president Comiso detailed how the deal came to be, stating that Vlahovic had planned to ruin La Viola. Oh, hello. Hey, this is spicy, bro. Hold up, huh? It was clear to everyone he already had a deal with someone. He said no to every offer. This is why I was spitting just now, man. I went to England many times. Each time he said no. Vlahovic wanted to remain until his contract ran down and ruined Fiorentina. This is what you said. So he wanted the club not to make any money or get the best deal only for himself. He branded Vlahovic agent liars, insisted that they were using the club for their own financial gain. His agent wanted a 10% cut of the transfer fee and exclusive rights to negotiate his next move. They sunk their claws, bro. They wanted to make money off us, so selling him now was an excellent operation. His agents were dishonest and liars. We had a good meeting in November. I expected a positive response for the morning after to sign the contract. Instead, he asked for double. Vlahovic was the most expensive signing out transfer window. So he went for 84.3 million US dollars. It says here that they made a back so apparently according to the owner or the president of Fiorentina, he made a backdoor deal with somebody, and he suspected that because every deal that they bought that was good from English clubs, he said no.
The
And his
Baghdad deal was
intention was
Juve lah.
the backdoor deal was there, and he actually intended to he actually, I guess what he's saying, he put the club under so much duress that they thought that he would go on a free. In that case, I think this Rocco fellow can go fuck himself, because you're saying the club trying to ruin you and all that. No, if he's going on a free because you dumbass didn't sign him last season to a higher contract, so in that case he can go fuck himself. Let me
I
just put that
mean,
out there. I
so
mean, yeah.
the guy needs to come out and say something because you need to justify why you sold your top striker, and the fans will be pissed off. So now what you
Yeah,
do?
he
It's a PR spin. You got to make him the villain, lah. I mean, you
making a
made a
villain,
bad
even though
business
you
deal
got
with the player.
70. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he got 70. He's being greedy and saying he didn't sign the contract because this bugger wanted 100 plus.
yeah. You made a
Yeah,
bad
this
business
commis.
deal, so you can't blame the
Yeah,
guy.
don't blame the guy. Like what I don't like hearing this is that he had a backdoor deal, so they try to up the price, or if Juve didn't hit the price that they wanted, then he will run down the contract. But finally, I think Juve said, "Nama will get it," because I think Juve are going to make a killing by selling him. They're going to sell this guy.
Um,
I'll be surprised if he stays there next season, lah. Honest,
I don't know. I think he will,
or
because
beyond. You
I,
think it's
I
a long term signing for Juve?
I
Nobody will
think
come
he
in
will,
with a
for
120.
because he's young, right? How old is he?
I think 21 or 20, some 22,
Yeah, he's
21. I think.
young. I mean, I do see him moving on, but I think he'll be there for the next at least 4 5 years. It's
Oh
at the top
yeah.
of it's at the top of his game. He's top dog in the Serie A. He's definitely going to win a trophy with Juve. Juve always win the title.
Yeah,
Uh, there's no one
maybe
else
not
that wins
this
the title in
season.
Serie A except for Inter Milan when Conte was there. So he's definitely going to win the league with Juve. I don't know what.
Or Roma when what's his face Mourinho was there.
Yeah. So I don't think he's. I mean,
See, okay, let's put it that Juve are in fifth place right now. Okay, so are they going to win the league? Inter are 11 points ahead of them and have one game in hand, 11, so plus 3, 14. So let's say Inter got 14 points ahead of them. They've already played 23 games. In their season, same like ours, 38 games. So there's
yeah.
about 15 games left. Can Juve win the title this season? Let's just say,
No,
I say no. So
I
now
don't think so.
buying him for such a big price for next season, okay, maybe it makes sense. My instincts are telling me this is a money deal. Come next, not summer window, this window, January window is called summer window. Winter, sorry.
The winter.
Come the next, come the next season's winter window. I want to see where Juventus is. If they're still in fifth place, they bought him for 70. Someone gonna come in for 140, 120 lah.
I don't think
That's
so.
me lah.
I think he will stay at Juventus for a couple of seasons. I don't see him leaving after 6 months. You have to blame Fiorentina also. Lah. I mean, the fans need to know why, right? And the best thing Fiorentina could have done is just blame the player who's leaving instead of saying we fucked up. You didn't negotiate properly with the agents, and you let them take a ride on you, and you're saying, oh, we thought that he was going to do this. And you cannot preempt what the player is going to do. There's no loyalty in football. You should know that.
No, then they should have signed him to a higher contract last season or 2 seasons ago, isn't
Signed
it?
him to a
Then
higher
not
contract
let
last
him run
season.
out, because then
Yeah, don't
they
let
are
him
doing
run
what
out the
we
contract.
do.
Yeah,
This is what Manchester United do. Are
I
some
mean,
of the Manchester United staff working there in Fiorentina? They may be. Seems
I
like
mean,
they
I,
also
I
letting.
honestly, if you ask me, I think that's what Pogba is doing in United. Also, he's
Mm.
just trying to run down his contract, and then he'll leave on a free next season.
Speaking of Pogba, what do you think
And
about this
which case,
Pogba team where they say Pogba been told to stay before to see who the manager is coming?
man, I don't believe any of that, and I don't believe Pogba. I've always never Pogba has always made me feel very uneasy. Um, it's because of his agent. It's because his agent says one thing and he says another thing. Everything Pogba has done in this fucking club for the past in not this fucking club, but I think he's done for the past 5 years has been he's not been talking on the pitch, but he's been talking outside the pitch. Every time it's him, his manager, they make a kerfuffle about shit, and the manager doesn't do shit. Sorry, him and his agent, saying manager, and the and then he says, "Don't listen to my agent," but the agent comes out and says, "Oh, he's unhappy at the club," and then Pogba says,
Mm.
"No, I'm happy at the club." So I don't know what fucking game they're playing, and I think United are just need to be over it and tell him to get the fuck out. I think he will leave next season because he hasn't signed a contract yet, and I don't know what's taking so long. You've been injured all this while. If you wanted to sign the contract, you would have signed it. What are
So
you
now
waiting
that
for?
that's why now there's a new so this new spin that the club are trying to put on us is that the club have told Pogba to stay so that they can see who the next manager is when he comes in the summer. It could also be Rangnick. So if Rangnick be the manager, they're telling, hey, please stay. Or right now some are saying, sorry, it's too loud. So, no, right now some are saying that it might not be Pochettino. Got Pochettino, what stupid PSG lost in penalties, couldn't even beat Nice. What nonsense. Messi all playing. he looks junk. And they thought for long term and to get young players and all that to bring Eric Ten Hag. And Ten Hag can handle ego, can have this guy in fresh. He'll probably be another Oli, but also try to be strict with him. Now, I do not know. I know Pochettino, but I still don't think both of these guys instill in me the confidence in like Carlo Ancelotti or maybe a Zidane or somebody who has won a lot of titles. I would say that first. Secondly, do we want to pay this bloody clown? I said I'm still saying yeah, I gotta stop saying that I said it because every show is like a new show. I do not want to pay this fellow 500,000 a week for him to just come and then play like how he wants to play. They are superstars in the club now to the extent that we don't need him if you can find a defensive replacement. The attacking thing is there. But the problem is this boy is class. And if we since we haven't sold him, we're already going to lose him on the free. If he signs, it seems the best move for all of us. Let's say he signs for 1 year. The next
I
season,
mean,
more drama, we sell. But £500,000 a week, you crazy, yeah?
why
Salah is
did
trying to negotiate for 300 only.
yeah, for 300 only. Salah has proved it in and out. Salah has won the Champions League and the Premier League. Salah has a right to go to his owner's door, knock on it, and say, "Hey, I should be up there with the big boys. I am currently," and I'll say that as a United fan, I'll tell you that Salah now is currently on a not the best player in the world. If not one of, he is the best player in the world, right? So he has a right to go up and ask them for 350 or 500 or whatever he's asking
You
because
can
he's delivered.
imagine. For
What
that
the fuck
one,
has Pogba delivered?
exactly.
What
Two
has he
years out of the
delivered?
five been injured,
What
you
has he
know.
delivered? What has Pogba done at United?
Yeah.
I
This is
just
what the
ask,
club is.
you
This is
know,
ask the Glazers.
everybody goes on saying, "Oh, yeah, but he's class and he's talented and he's this and this." What has he done? He's gotten injured most of the time. He was United's regular penalty taker. Then also he fucked up. Thank God Bruno came to United. Um, when he was taken off penalties by Oli, it was Rashford was taking penalties. I don't know. You remember that period, 2019 or whatever, and yeah, what has Pogba done? Every time it frustrates me every time someone says,
Hmm.
"Yeah, but he's class," and this. What class? What has he done for United? What has he showed that he
You
can
mean
do?
compared to the playing that midfield position there, compared for passing wise, I've
I
it's
mean,
like this lah. When we played that 4-2-3-1 with him playing up front, I was always wondering this 4-2-3-1 with him playing like a winger never suited. But he's an incredible passer of the ball. He opens up defenses. He sees the game well. He's just that with lately before he got that injury, the way he was defending, always putting the hand out, giving away a lot of fouls to me. I was thinking, what is this? Huh? How come so much? He was giving. I remember the game against Leicester, then the other game following that, he was making a lot of fouls in midfield, like very lazy fouls. Not that
we
hardworking track
honestly,
back. And
honestly, like we need to stop defending Pogba. He's useless. Yes, you've got that brilliant range of passing. You've got all that. I will bring it back to Paul Scholes lah. Like Paul fucking Scholes used to give at least 5 diagonals or 6 diagonal balls per game, spray the passes per game. He didn't do much. He couldn't tackle and all that. But the reading of the game and all, brilliant player. Give him the ball, he'll spray it out, and that's when you start your attack. Like American football, the quarterback, he spreads the play. That's what Paul Scholes used to do. Pogba, I always hope that he does that in the game, and he never does that. You will only get 1 or 2 sprayed passes, and then the rest of the game he's flapping about. That's
that's
mainly
why.
because I think the midfield is trying to crowd him and they don't give him space to play his game. Fine, that's one justification. But in every game you do that, I don't see it, man. I honestly, I'm not a big fan of Pogba, and I never will be lah.
Okay. I want to see. For one thing for sure, he's going to play some games when he comes back now because I think with this fella Greenwood out and maybe some of the guys not really in form. Bruno, I'm glad he's playing better now. Oh God, it made me so happy seeing him back in some form, scoring.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to see Pogba play some games when he comes back, and hope he can help us get to the fourth place and then just get out. So I'm
you
done with
see,
this. I'm done with the project. Now I
there
want
was
to
a
talk.
thing. There was a
Hmm.
thing about just one last thing before we move on to Lingard. There was this thing about Pogba, which Pirlo used to say when he played with Pogba and Juventus. And Pogba went there as a kid last, so I don't know whether that is still the case. But I do see it. Pogba has very short attention span.
Fried
Get that
Oreos.
butter, nigga.
Fried Oreos.
Fried Oreo.
Go
Where did
ahead.
you get fried Oreos from?
I just tried it for the first time from the shop here. They didn't sponsor me, so I'm not mentioning their name.
Ah, right. Don't. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know where it is. It's
If you
beside
can
here.
get us some fried Oreos out here, it'd be good.
Yeah. So what
Uh,
you think? Mm.
yeah. So Pirlo used to say that when Pogba played for Juve, it's about 5 or 6 times in the game, he would need he or one of the senior players would need to go up to him and tell him to concentrate on the game because he loses his concentration very fast.
Mm.
And I've seen that at United. Like he just gets bored of the game and doesn't want to participate anymore, like a kid at the playground. And at 28, if you're doing that, I think, man, you gotta step up, man. You gotta
We
step
saw that
up.
in the game. We saw that against Liverpool game. Man. He came in for five
I've seen
minutes.
that many times. I
Two
can't
two-footed
remember.
tackle got a red card. Man, I was so
Yeah,
pissed.
he loses interest and it then doesn't track back and all, and that is like a festering thing. He Greenwood and stuff, and I think that's what Ronaldo was complaining about. Like people like Greenwood who wasn't listening to him.
Hmm.
You know, these arrogant youngsters who are on their get their big pay and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what I have to say about Poggy.
So this is the news now that we're talking about now.
Yeah, I think he's already chosen his club, and I mean I don't know why United and the hierarchy are hoping he would stay and putting all their chips into the Paul Pogba basket because
Desperate.
I mean,
Desperation. Because they're idiots, bro.
I
They're
don't know what
idiots.
the management is doing if they're hoping Pogba's the one to win us stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway,
But let me give you some more headaches. The management also letting Lingard go without money. I said earlier while waiting for you to come just now, I am flabbergasted by this. So it went up to 15 million, then it went up to 8. But the club insisted didn't. So this is my point here in this whole Lingard thing is this. I believe the manager was ready to let him go even now, but I feel like the club board came and said no. This is where I'm at because everything up to now, he said no problem, he can go. I understand he can go, he can go, he can go, he can go. If he was going to feature, he would have featured instead of Martial. Martial was 100% going to go, but he played Martial still instead of Lingard, which was still iffy. So we have
yeah,
Newcastle coming for him very concrete. And then
mm,
towards the end, West Ham came in very, very strong. Okay, I'm following. I'm saying this is a fact. Huh? Newcastle 100%. West Ham came in very strong. And then Leeds also came in a little bit towards that end, there, back end. But
yeah.
where is Jesse Lingard now, ladies and gentlemen? Jesse Lingard is back in our club. Hi,
Correct.
what? Now, if you're telling me you want to feature Jesse Lingard after he hasn't featured for a long time, Greenwood out, this drama, defense drama, I feel like we have gone back all the way to another rebuilding, and this kills me. Absolutely kills me. If Rangnick wanted Lingard to go away and the board is superseding him, then what bullshit is going to happen at the end of this season when Rangnick moves up and becomes a consultant? What the fuck do we need this guy to be a consultant for if we don't want to listen to him now?
The board was never going to listen to him. So I mean, I don't
What
know
is
whether
what's
we
going
we
on, bro?
believe. I don't know whether we can believe half the things we read about what's going on.
True. Ladies and gentlemen,
Um,
please don't read MEN. Go ahead.
Yeah, Amiens
I'm
rubbish.
gonna
We
keep
mentioned
saying,
this last night. I'll tell you that again.
keep saying it.
Friendly
I tell you,
reminder.
man.
Amiens absolute bullshit.
Rubbish. Go ahead.
Um, but uh, of thought.
No, Jesse Lingard, the
Okay.
club
So what
not
I heard
telling
about
him, and
Lingard,
he's going to go for free.
apparently, so now the club felt, and this is what I read. Again, don't believe everything you read. But apparently, insiders in the club say that the board didn't want to let him go because they were worried that about the Greenwood situation and they would need someone to step in for Greenwood. So that's why
Mm.
the board decided not to let him go. Ralph Rangnick, on the other hand, said no, the door's open, go. But I don't know why they don't want to. The board doesn't want to sell him. I have a feeling, and I think I know why. Jesse Lingard is a hit with the younger fans. The
But
young
if he's
fans
good,
of United
okay,
love
okay.
Jesse Lingard. He can do whatever he wants and they love him. And he sells shirts. So I think that's it for commercial reasons they didn't want to sell him. It's nothing to do with the football.
You know, if if that actually is the reason, there's one dumb shit. I'm not saying yours, huh? Like if I'm saying, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I see some of you tuning in. Thank you so much. Every reason here is valid, and I'm welcome you all to put your comments in the chat and fight with me. I love it. So bring it. Anyway, what I wanted to say was, for a club superseding the manager by telling the manager, no, I think you better keep him lah because Greenwood is gone. I think, bro, you better keep on with him.
Yeah, and
But
this
you
is the
brought this
guy you
manager in
asked to
here
be
for
a
what?
consultant.
And that's why. So what do you bring him here for? Number one. Number two, the money. He's gonna go on a free. He's not gonna sign new contract when the season's over. He's gonna go on a free. You had 15 million pounds on the table, and we didn't take it. Why they were busy watching Super Bowl? Is it the finals, the
I
semi-finals? Is
mean,
it when Brady lost?
from
What
what I
in the
know
hell
about
is going on, bro? This guy is
from
this
what I know about Lingard, I think he doesn't want to leave United. Right, boyhood club.
get that
His
more
heart
money
is
as
with
well.
United.
And
But when the
oh,
offer
that
came in,
angle.
they should have let him go, man. They should have
Because
let him go.
he can, for Lingard, right? I like Lingard. I said in the beginning of the season he's going to be the shine light this season, but Oli never played him. Anyway, let's not get into that. I felt he was wasted this season. He was the form guy this season. He never played this season, and he's going to go on a free at the end. That we 100% should have taken that 15 mil for his sake. I feel very happy. He's going to leave on the free at the end of the season, and he's going to get tons of
Do you
money.
think he will
I'm very
leave, or do
happy.
you think they might give him a contract extension?
I think he's
Because,
done. My personal opinion, I think he's done with Manchester United, regardless of which manager comes in after this. I believe
mm,
his heart is broken after scoring how many goals last season? 15, 17, 20,
yeah,
whatever it was.
he
Double
had a
digit
brief patch
goals.
where he went to West Ham and made them like.
Yes, double digit goals and double digit assists. So he was killer, man. He scored for us also. What first two games? Set up the set up one
You
assist
know,
for Ronaldo. Came in,
you
scored a
know,
goal.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does get a couple of starts now. Now
Mm,
that Greenwood's not there. I mean,
mm,
there's Rashford, Sancho, and him
mm.
essentially out wide because Cavani doesn't play out wide. Cavani and Ronaldo play to the center, right?
Yes, and Donny is gone, so there's no
And
backup
Donny
there.
is gone. So
I
I
do.
wouldn't be surprised if he does feature a bit more. He might even start against Middlesbrough.
You know what? I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised because Diallo is gone. They might bring that Nejbri fella because that Nejbri thing. Yesterday we were muted. We were talking, speaking some good stuff. That whole Nejbri thing coming in was such spin, man. Just as all the fellas were leaving and the Greenwood drama, and no, sorry, just as the 2-3 days before the transfer window closing, you all know you're not going to get nobody.
yeah.
Nejbri didn't want to go back and have his holiday. He decided to come back to Manchester and prove himself for the first team.
Prove himself,
But
yeah, yeah.
what played for Tunisia and all that? Come on, I don't rate this
Morocco, I think he
Tunisian
was playing
Morocco.
for
Sorry,
Morocco.
I don't rate this team.
But he's a kid,
The
You can't
kid,
like pin
he's
your
not
hopes on the
ready.
kid.
Right, you're right, homeboy.
Whatever it is, he's still an academy player. I mean, I heard brilliant things about him when he first came and stuff. And he's been proving himself in the academy, but it's a different ball game to throw him
The ball
in
game. They're
and an
playing
FA Cup
kiddies.
third round tie against Middlesbrough. It's
Yeah,
a different ball game to throw him in against Burnley in the Premier League.
come on, man. They
Dude,
eat you.
it's no joke.
Yeah. So now we don't even be gone. The club knows that the fans are worried. So they're trying to reassure us with some spin on Nejbri being the guy who come and save us. Elanga is not the club. Elanga is the manager who came in and said, "Yo, why is this boy not playing?" Love that. The who else did he promote? Nobody. Dalo and Teres was also the manager coming in and saying, "Yo, maybe I'd rather play these guys." Making the tough decisions, and it's working now. Now he
That
has
was
to
a tough
restart.
decision. I
Tough
thought, yeah,
decision. Can you imagine the press conference that I'll have to cover tomorrow for the manager for a Middlesbrough game? You. If you're free, once the thing is over, we can come and speak 20 minutes only. I usually keep those short. Like this is fun because we just chit chatting. I want to get some people in some traction, but I always do. I always cover the press conference. They have it embargoed. First part, second part. If that first part he spits anything about Greenwood, my boy, I'm gonna holler at you, man. I'm gonna come spit. I'm
oh,
gonna
I
get
think
that
the press are gonna
live
go all out and
traction.
ask him about
Everyone
Greenwood.
is already setting it now. I see all the big guys. They already set the date for the post the
But Ralph Rangnick, being
reaction.
his German pragmatism, I don't think he's gonna give.
Mm.
They would. I mean, the Manu media machine would have briefed him before going out there on what to say and what not to say. So he's just gonna. I'm gonna let the football do
So,
the talking and give the generic. I'm only focused on the football, uh, and not comment too much on Mason Greenwood. I'm expecting that.
I'm
Very
expecting
surprised if he says anything
the
more than that.
I'm expecting it's an investigation now, so I can't say much. But all I can say right now is that he won't be training with us for the foreseeable
Yeah,
future.
correct, correct,
And then
correct.
the
And I have to
good
focus on
report
the squad of players that I do
focus on
have.
the squad.
So
And then the
yeah,
next question will be like, so who will be replacing him with Donny gone? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm going to nitpick because now I have to nitpick really because our job also tells us to read between the lines, right? So I'm reading it, man. I'm reading it like a MF. Like I'm going to watch that press conference tomorrow or day after, whenever the fuck it is. And I'm going to see what the answers are for the replacements for Donny and Greenwood are. Good for him playing wise. He seems to be confident with Fred because Fred is filling up his stat sheets for the defense, but the passing is not working. Who are the backup? Because bro, think about this, huh? Think about this, huh? We are one injury away from Juan Mata being in the first team.
oh yeah, man, yeah.
Just one injury to Ilanga, to Rashford, to Lingard, to Bruno, to Fred, to Tommy. Because Matic cannot play 90 minutes. I'm sorry. He needs like to rest 1 week, play one game, then can. Like the Middlesbrough game, put Matic in there. This kind of team's all he can play, but Premier League cannot. So if any one of these fellas fall injured, especially the front guy or mid guy, bro, Juan Mata is gonna play, bro. Juan Mata is going to be in the Manchester United first team because of the way we did not fill up the our team during the transfer window. I feel we've gotten weaker.
But don't you think though, like getting back to Donny, I don't know why we a lot of us a lot, and I know, and I've seen this across the board from United fans, right? They all everybody picks Donny's side. Oh, Donny, poor Donny, he's not playing. I feel sorry for Donny. He's the man, and this and that and all that. But two managers have come now.
Mm,
I mean, okay, so Oli has come, and Ranić has come, and Ranić also didn't start him. You gotta wonder
yeah,
why they're not starting him. Questions
yeah.
need to be asked. Like,
I spoke about this in the pod 2 weeks ago where we did a full one on Donny. Whatever you said just now, we spat that. I hit
yeah.
that, bro. I hit that. I put an album out. The EP was
But
out
but but
2 weeks
having said
ago.
okay, like, but having said that, I mean, when your midfield
It's
is thin, you don't go and sell more midfielders, lah. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing, dude?
wingers. And I'm also wondering what are these guys seeing that I'm not seeing that time for Hannibal Nashby to come in. He did quite well at AFCon. Oh, Johnson likes Hannibal Nashby. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I
I
what
mean,
was
he
it?
did well at the African Cup of Nations, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
but quality of players there, yeah, like I can question that. Like, I agree. Okay.
But can you do it again? The old adage: can you do it on a wet Wednesday night at Stoke?
Now maybe he and Mata can start
Dude,
the Middlesbrough. Hey, you know why not? Give Fred and all a break. Let him and Mata, Majbury, and John Mata. Like I said, one injury, bro. Homeboy John Mata, 43 years old, is going to start Manchester United, and we're trying to get top four.
but he like look okay. I understand. It's time to start Majebri, and we should have given Donny a bit of a chance and what have you not. But those are not the players that we need to fill the roles. We have Bruno Fernandes going forward. Donny van der Beek is a going forward player, a flair midfielder, linking the attack from midfield. And so is Juan Mata. They link the attack from midfield. We need a dirty player, a dirty, like Claude McAlely, someone to sweep and break
Mm.
up play from the opposition so that we transition to attack. Donny van der Beek's not going to tackle and do that. Hannibal Jabri is also an attacking midfielder like Bruno and like Donny. So we need a defensive midfielder that is of quality. Right now we have Fred and we have McTominay and we have Matic who sit in there and do the job. But once they get injured, and they're not doing a great job, mind you, but once
Mm.
they get injured, we're down to bare bones, and once Fred and McTominay get injured on the same go, you can't keep asking Matic to be playing that role week in, week out.
So now we didn't get anybody in the transfer
We don't
window. Do
have
you
a
think we
solid
can?
defensive midfielder, and
We
that's
don't.
who we should be getting.
So now, do you think we can still finish in fourth place?
Not with our leaky defense. No, I don't blame. Look, our attack is fine, and I think Ranić has a lot. I see a lot of positivity going forward in the final third of the pitch. I do see that from game at the games, but United are so brittle at the back. It's so hard to watch that, like, every time a team attacks against them, you sense that a goal is coming because it's brittle at the back, and it's because the midfield is weak.
Yeah. So I want to end it here. I want to say, look, I'm very. I think I still, based on what we've been talking about, we are not stronger than before the transfer window.
I
In
mean,
one month,
it would have been prudent if they did get a defensive midfielder
it would
in
have been
at the
somebody lah.
transfer window.
In 4 weeks, we have gotten weaker by losing informed front striker, which we need. We really need. He was very penetrating in the defenses. Mason
Yeah,
Greenwood. We have a very iffy striker in Ronaldo. Cavani is always injured, which breaks my heart. And we have wingers who are here and there. Rashford coming on as a sub only. Jano Sancho, I don't know what's going on there. Tony Van der Beek is gone. Ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen, I want to thank you all very so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry about these glitches. I'm wondering what's going on. I hope the country is safe. People are trying to hack me. People are trying to get me. For all the haters out there and all the hackers, I just got one thing to say to you.